In this video, we're going to talk about how you can invest in real estate as a beginner with very little money. Hello everyone, my name is Nikhil, and in this particular channel, we talk mainly about investing as a beginner. We talk about education or career related topics, and we talk about topics around productivity. So if you're someone who's new to this channel and you want to watch more of the future videos, feel free to subscribe and do like this video as well. Now, when we want to invest our money, we have multiple different options in front of us. Someone who does not want to take risk can always go and deposit their money in bank as fixed deposits and get a small return. If we want to take more risk, we have the option to invest in mutual funds and stock market. People are now investing even in cryptocurrencies. People who do not want to take a lot of risk but still want to get a decent amount of return can even invest in gold. So you have so many different options. And when people have more amount of money and more amount of wealth, then they start looking to invest in the real estate. Now people invest in real estate for primarily three reasons. First is that capital appreciation. Second is a fixed rental income, which is a passive source of income. And the third is that it is quite safe and secure. If you see over the last 10 years, the real estate prices have grown immensely in India. What used to be worth maybe lakhs are actually worth crores right now. Just to actually have a rental income of maybe 20,000 to 25,000 rupees per month, the real estate property of that particular plot might be actually worth crores. So oftentimes, youngsters will not have that amount of money to actually invest in real estate. And that being the reason, the government of India actually came up with a plan, which is a real estate investment trust. So in this video, we'll cover what is an REIT. We'll talk about what are the possible returns from an REIT. Third, we'll talk about how you can invest in REIT. And finally, we'll be talking about what are the advantages of an REIT. So watch the video till the end. So what is REIT? Now let me first explain that to you. Now REIT is a public investment trust for real estate. Now what this means is, this particular trust, it will collect money from investors, people like you and me, and then it will take our money and invest into real estate spaces like malls, apartments, offices, basically into commercial spaces. And whatever money or whatever income it is generating from these real estate spaces, it will then give it back to the investors. So it's more like a mutual fund, but the only difference is, in case of a mutual fund, the fund house will be investing into equity or maybe into gold. But in this particular case, the trust actually invests into real estate spaces. Now the whole concept of REIT was started back in 2007 and was introduced by SEBI, which is the Security Exchange Board of India. So it is quite trustable. This entire concept is quite famous abroad, but in India, it is still gaining popularity. Now, there are three REITs which are available in India. The very first one is the Embassy Office Park REIT. Second is a Mindspace Business Park REIT. And the third is the Brookfield Indian Real Estate Trust. So these are the three REITs which are available for people to buy in India. So when the entire concept was created, SEBI made a couple of mandatory guidelines for these REITs. The very first one is that 80% of the investments should be invested into commercial properties. The reason for this is because commercial properties actually generate higher revenue and higher rental income. So the remaining 20% can be kept in form of cash or can be kept in form of bonds, or these real estate investment trusts can also invest into properties which are under construction. Second guideline is that 90% of the rental income should be given back to the investors in form of dividends. So you and me, when we invest into these REITs and the REITs are able to generate a rental income, at least 90% of that rental income should be given back to us in form of dividends. And the third one is that the stock market listing is mandatory. So it should be tradable in the stock market. Now in terms of return, what kind of return can you expect from an REIT? Now definitely this will not give you a return similar to stock market. So you cannot expect a return of maybe 20%, 30% as you have been getting in the stock market, but it will give you a return higher than the fixed deposit. So if you're storing your money in the bank, a bank will give you a return of maybe 5.1% in a year. But in case of REIT, you can expect a return between 6% to 8% when you are storing your money here. Also, along with the basic dividends which you get in case of REIT, there will also be capital appreciation. So maybe you bought one unit of REIT for at least 300 rupees a year ago. It might be at 350 rupees, or it might be at 400 rupees maybe a year down the line. So as the economy grows and as the land prices increases, the unit prices of these REITs will also become better. Now, how to invest into REITs? Now, the entire process is quite similar to how you actually invest in the stock market. You need to have a demat account, and using your broker, maybe like Upstocks or Zerodha, you can buy units of these REITs, and then these units are stored in a demat account similar to how stocks are stored. Now, if you want to know the current prices of these units of these REITs, let me tell you that as well. The Mindspace is currently trending at 287 rupees per unit. Embassy Park is currently trending at 337 rupees per unit. And Brookfield Indian Real Estate Trust is currently trending at 268 rupees per unit. So these are the prices which the real estate investment trust is currently trending at. Now, one important thing which you need to know is that when you're planning on investing into REITs, you need to invest a minimum of 50,000 rupees. Now, this might sound quite a lot when you're hearing for the first time, but when you actually compare with the actual real estate where you have to maybe spend lakhs or crores, this is nothing. So this is a very small amount which you actually spend to invest into REIT. Now, what are the advantages of REIT? The very first advantage is that it is safe and secure, considering that it is backed by the Indian government and it is regulated by SEBI, which is the Security Exchange Board of India. It is very safe. Second advantage is that it is tax-free. So in this case, the dividends which you are getting from REIT will be completely tax-free. Third advantage is that it is much cheaper. So over here, you're investing only rupees 50,000. But in case of an actual real estate, you might have to invest maybe lakhs or crores. And then the fourth advantage is that it is very easy to use. So in case of an REIT, if you want to invest, you can actually start investing tomorrow. Just open a demat account, use your broker and buy units of REIT. And if you want to sell the day after tomorrow, you can do that as well. But in case of an actual real estate, you will have to look for maybe months or maybe years to actually buy one real estate property. And if you want to sell it, again, it will take quite a lot of time. So it is much more faster and much more easier to use. So I hope you got value from this particular video. If you want to know about the top 5 crypto coins which you should be investing in right now, I would highly recommend you watch this particular video where I explain why you should be investing into these coins and what are the potential for these coins in future. So do check out this video out, and if you found this video useful, do like it, do subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.